Hey friends, welcome back to another Power BI video. And this time we'd like to talk about custom visuals. So by default, Power BI and Microsoft delivers already a lot of different kind of visualizations, like the custom bar charts, stacked bar charts, line charts, area charts. We can see a scatter plot if we like to do it, the donut chart, the tree map, various maps as we can see here, and also a few AI visuals, like the key influencer visual and so on. So all of these are great, but what if you want to use different visualizations? So this is where the app source, or former also known as marketplace, comes into play. Probably you already know that there are these three dots here, which goes to get more visuals. Now this visual option, if you tick it, allows you to go to the app source from Microsoft. You can tick this option, and if you tick it, then probably you will get asked to sign in to Power BI first. But if you are signed in, you can tick it, and then a window opens. Just a second, here it is. And then you can see there are visuals from App Source. App Source is basically available from Microsoft itself. It's a Microsoft store. And my organization, there you could find visuals just in case your admin, the Power BI admin in the organization, has added some visualizations you can use. So in the App Source itself, there are various categories, and then you can go simply through all of them, and then you can choose one of the visuals you want. You can also sort here which kind of visuals you want. Sort by release date, by name, or by rating, or recommended. The default one is recommended, so I leave this for now. So the recommended one. And then I can scroll down and search for a specific visual I like to add. And you can see there are various vendors who also provide visuals, like here for instance MAQ software and so on. So that is also why some of those visuals are for free, so you can use them totally free. There are no limitations, and ones are available and you might be able to use them, but they are restricted. So you have to pay if you want to use all functionalities of the visualization. So if I scroll down and let's actually choose maybe one of them, let's search for sunburst. There it is. And I can see it has a 4-star rating, so that looks pretty good to me. However, I would not always only refer to the star rating. You simply give a chart a try and see whether it fits your needs, because everyone's needs are different. So if you have a specific use case with one of the visualizations can add help to you, even though it's low rated, give it a try. That's my recommendation at least. So if I click on add now, sunburst, what will happen is that the visual gets downloaded, and you can see here now it's available here in the report. And I can use it. I can simply tick the option. So if I tick it here, I can see there is my template, and then all I need to do is I need to add some dimensions. As you can see here, there are groups and there are values. So I can go to my, let's say, the orders table just to see what that looks like, and I have a category here, and so I can tick this category, and for each category, now this is a group, I also have maybe an additional group, let's say the region, because with the sunburst chart I think at least you need to have 2 different kinds of groups. And then finally, of course, we also need to add something to the value section here, because you see currently we don't display anything. The reason is simply because we have no numerical field. So the visual just doesn't know how big the size of the different kinds of bars is. So let's go to the measures table and let's take maybe the total sales figure. So I can see total sales, and now we could see we have in this case a sunburst chart, which is kind of similar to the donut chart, but it gives more information because it has additional grouping dimensions, which I find kind of interesting, so that's why I chose to use it here. So looks fine to me. So I can see now here within the different kinds of regions, and then I can see for each region here the fruits. So for instance, fruits here we got a total amount of sales, and then within the European we have much more sales concerning fruits than in the Americas, and this is different for other kinds of, in this case, categories which we sell. So that is how we can use those visuals. And you see that as soon as you imported them, they have the same kind of structure. You can go to the formatting options, and then you can tick different kinds of formattings you have, like adding the legend if you want to see it or not, and so on. So these of course are specific to each individual visualization, so each visual you import, but most of them are kind of similar to what you're used to from the default ones. Okay? Yeah, and that's basically it. So you can use it here. This is visual, as far as I know, is completely free. So now I can use this instead of pie chart, for instance, which I personally don't like, or the donut chart, which I do like. However, this could also be useful. And yeah, I can place this anywhere. It works exactly as any chart. And also from the filtering. So if I would use any kind of filter option, of course, if I click the search here, you see that my data here filters as well. So the filtering and everything else works. And you can also see I got this also information here in the middle by default, without adding, for instance, an additional card inside or anything like that. So it's a great visualization, and it's might be great for your reports to enhance your reports using those custom visuals in here. So there are two things I like to add here. The first thing is, currently I only imported it here. So it's available. However, I also have the option to right click on it and say I'd like to pin this visualization to pane. So if I do that, then it will now appear here, and it will now be available in my Power BI reports. Okay, that's one option. If I want to remove it, right click here and say unpin this visual. If you do, you get this little warning message here. You're about to remove this visual from the visualization pane. To use this visual in other reports, you need to import it again. Okay, so you can click OK or cancel, up to you. I'd like to mention. The second thing I'd like to mention is the following. Now, these custom visuals, well, now you might say, well, they are great. I can use them in my reports. Well, be warned here. At first, you need to click on the three dots and go to Get More Visuals. Now, if you do that, you need to be aware that all those visualizations here are not directly created by Microsoft. They are coming in part from Microsoft, but also in part from external vendors. So it might be the case that your company or the company you create your reports for is not allowing those external visualizations here, these ones from the store. It could be simply the case. So that the Power BI admin decides, well, due to security reasons or any kind of restrictions, we do not want to use those custom visuals. We either create our own custom visuals, that could be a case, or we completely restrict them, so they're not allowed to be used. So that could be a big limitation, so keep this in mind. So also, if you create reports, or if you have a job and you want to create reports for a company, please ensure first and talk to the admin, talk to the responsible people, whether you are able to use those custom visuals, whether they are allowed or not. Okay, because this is really a big thing, so keep this in mind. Okay, so that's it for this video. Hopefully that was helpful. As always, thanks a lot for watching, and just in case you have not done so far, I would really highly appreciate if you click the subscribe button and subscribe to the channel, so because this is of course an encouragement for me to create more videos for you. So that's it. Thanks a lot, have a nice weekend, and hopefully see you in the next video. Until then, best guys.